We're at Beach 98th Street and Shorefront Parkway. This was a piece of a larger set of boardwalk projects to reconstruct a lot of the sandy damaged boardwalk areas. It was really gratifying to be part of that and to see that transformation and help be a part of the change, the positive change. There wasn't previously a playground or park amenity. It was actually just some parking lots. This is a new playground too, the Rockaway. What struck me a lot is that when you're in a lot of these boardwalk playgrounds or sites, you don't see the beach. It's right there and you don't see it, you don't feel it. And so I thought, I really want to get people in touch with that. It's right there, why not? Use it as a backdrop. There's some gentle slopes that take you up where the dune is. That gentle transition is dual purpose. It gives that sort of slow reveal of the view, but it's also an accessible route. Everybody gets that same experience. One of the things that you can find in the swings area is this little surprise. The way it's designed is you sit down in the swing and you see the railing and the boardwalk, but if you push yourself up a little bit higher, boom, ocean view.
If you can hear me, there's something else really cool underneath play equipment that I want to show you.
Under this big play equipment, one of the things I considered is shading for kids. So this play structure is elevated enough that you can really get under there, like a nice quiet pocket. Also, thinking about kids with sensory issues is always an important element of any playground design. If there's someone who needs kind of a quieter space, they can go there and hang out and be cool and chill. Another really cool feature that we should check out is the crow's nest. Here we are up in the crow's nest, which obviously affords us some amazing views, but another cool thing to point out is the roof that's above us. I was working with the play equipment manufacturer, Landscape Structures. We were working on the 3D model and there was like a mistake in the geometry that I thought was really cool, and we explored the possibilities of filling that in with two different materials. So it has this sort of stained glass effect. There is climbing hills in both the play areas. A lot of times you see kids running up the actual slide when they want to go slide again, and so this gives them an opportunity to actually go up the side and come back down and just like hit it a lot of times. You'll notice that the slides are plastic, which is atypical for parks. Several different spots we made choices like this because of the heat. You know, it makes sense to not have a metal slide in such an exposed site. It makes a difference when you go down. You can definitely feel it, which I have done. Here we are in the spray shower at Beach 98th Playground. So it's set up to have two main zones for the big kids, or let's say more adventurous kids, because some little kids are wild. And then there's a smaller zone over here with ground sprays. So the idea is you can have your fun in the middle here and be part of the action, or you can kind of come over here and get a different experience, a little more chill. Even if everything's on at the same time, there's a pathway that can take someone through into the stairs, into the seats, and they'll get a little cooled down along the way too. Space is not at the premium that it is here, well, almost anywhere, you know. And parks don't serve that same function of like social communal space or like the public backyard that they do in anywhere else. I really love that about working for New York City Parks, because you know that you're doing something that's really going to affect a lot of people's lives. My line that I always use is that we make the backdrops for memories, you know, for people's lives. And that's a powerful thing. It's a powerful responsibility that I don't take lightly. So when you see people having partings or taking photos from their wedding, or maybe they're meeting somebody for the first time, or they're on a date, and all these things, you know, these are experiences that I feel like as designers we should think about. All those different ways that people use the space are always present in my mind when I do design. Really thinking about how this was going to serve the neighborhood and let people, you know, get some enjoyment and get out and, you know, have some space to have release and time and freedom.